Nayib Bukele's historic re-election in 2024, securing over 84% of the vote, signaled a profound shift in El Salvador. But why is he so popular? To understand his victory, we have to look beyond the headlines at the tangible changes Salvadorans are experiencing on the ground every day. The bedrock of his support is security. El Salvador has transformed from one of the most violent nations to one of the safest in the Western Hemisphere. Through his territorial control plan, Bukele reclaimed neighborhoods that were once completely ruled by MS-13 and the 18th Street Gang. His state of exception remains controversial abroad for suspending rights, but at home, it's credited with dismantling the country's gang structures. For residents, this means the end of extortion taxes and the ability to open small businesses without fear of gang recruitment or violence. But Bukele's model isn't just about policing. It's also about reclaiming the social fabric through innovative community programs. The CUBO initiative, Urban Wellness and Opportunity Centers, provides youth in high-risk areas with libraries, tech labs, and art spaces. These centers serve as a shield against gang recruitment, offering a modern safe haven for education and vocational training. Education is another pillar. The 2 schools per day program is modernizing hundreds of classrooms across the nation. By distributing over 1 million computers to students, the administration is betting on a tech-literate future for the next generation. Healthcare has also gone digital. The Dr. SV platform now provides specialized care and chronic illness management to over 1.5 million users. For the first time, the government is also making massive investments in El Salvador's historically neglected eastern regions. With a committed $1.4 billion, the eastern expansion is transforming logistics and connectivity in the region. The new airport of the Pacific is expected to create tens of thousands of jobs and boost the national GDP significantly. New beltways and strategic bridges are finally connecting rural farmers and businesses to the capital and global markets. These infrastructure gains have fueled a massive tourism boom. In 2024, the country welcomed nearly 4 million visitors. The Surf City initiative has successfully rebranded El Salvador as a premier destination for world-class surfing and tech entrepreneurs. But perhaps his boldest move was making El Salvador the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. Bukele envisions Bitcoin City, a tax-free metropolis powered by geothermal energy from the Conchagua volcano. Through volcano bonds, the administration is funding geothermal mining and building the digital infrastructure of the future. The goal is financial inclusion for the majority of Salvadorans who lack bank accounts, though everyday adoption remains a work in progress. This Bukele model of security and modernization is now being exported. Politicians across Latin America are taking note. From Honduras to Peru, leaders are emulating his state of emergency tactics to combat their own rising crime waves. His savvy use of social media and anti-establishment persona has turned him into a polarized global figure. But this transformation has come with a trade-off. Critics warn of democratic backsliding and the removal of judicial checks and balances. International organizations have documented due process violations and the arrest of innocent civilians during the crackdown. Bukele dismisses these reports, arguing that the peace in the streets justifies the suspension of certain norms. Beyond security, significant economic hurdles remain. Poverty levels are still high, and the country faces a high debt to GDP ratio. The success of the eastern expansion will be critical to translating security gains into long-term economic prosperity. Investment continues in the West as well, with the Dos Escuelas por Día program aiming to overhaul nearly 700 more schools. The vision is a tech-forward El Salvador that serves as a beacon for the region, balancing tradition with rapid innovation. Ultimately, the re-election of Nayib Bukele reflects a public that prioritizes the tangible sensation of safety above all else. For the majority of Salvadorans, the end of the gang era is a monumental achievement that defines their modern identity. Whether you view him as a visionary reformer or a polarizing populist, Bukele's impact on El Salvador is undeniable. The country is at a crossroads, navigating the complex path between security, economic growth, and democratic principles. As El Salvador moves forward, the world will be watching to see if the Bukele model stands the test of time. Thanks for watching.